And check out the view from the CTV Skywatch camera. We're looking north on 13th Street North. Actually, we're looking a little further to the west than that, out towards the Picture Butte Highway on that shot. 4 degrees where we're at right now. We did get down to -13 at 7 a.m. We hit 5 degrees at 3 p.m. and that was our daytime high. We're currently at 4, partly cloudy. Winds are out of the north-northwest. And all the temperatures not doing too bad, but we see a little bit of a cool down in the Calgary area and into the Banff area as well. We do have a cooler air mass that is going to be eventually sliding into southern Alberta, but we're not going into a deep freeze. What we're watching is an area of high pressure that's in the Northern California coastal area. It's continuing to try to push in. Most of the snow effect is in the higher elevations right now. There's also a low pressure center that's rotating around in northern BC. Dempster in the Yukon is in blizzard warning conditions right now. On this side of the Continental Divide, just got some thin cloud in various areas. If you looked out and you looked up earlier today, we had some very strong mare's tails in cloud formation. So that meant that it was very windy in the upper levels. Not too windy down at the surface today, though, but we do have a freezing rain warning out in central Alberta, expecting to see that freezing rain start to develop during the evening hours and overnight tonight, but that'll all be pushing off to the southeast as we head into tomorrow, leaving pretty clear skies here in southern Alberta. To the west of the Continental Divide, some cloud cover and some precipitation in the Revelstoke area and up north into Fort St. John. Down east, we have some light snowfall in St. John's right now. We've got a mixed bag of conditions already happening in the Maritimes, some sun, some flurries, but the heaviest snowfall is from a system that's moving across the Great Lakes into southern Ontario right now. Toronto, Ottawa expecting snow to continue overnight tonight and tomorrow, and all that'll push into the Maritimes for the weekend. -12 degrees in Winnipeg right now, -8 and -8 as well in Regina and Saskatoon, 0 in Edmonton, 4 in Kelowna, 7 and raining on the coast in Vancouver right now, -1 in Whitehorse and -15 degrees in Yellowknife and Whitehorse. Pleasant temperature, but they've got some really horrendous winds going on right now there with some blowing snow. Partly cloudy in East Kootenay overnight tonight, down to -8, up to 2 degrees tomorrow with a sun and cloud mix. Crow's Nest Pass, -8 tonight, clear skies, mainly sunny tomorrow, and 7 for a high. In Medicine Hat, -9 tonight, a few clouds, mainly sunny tomorrow, 4 degrees for a high. And here in Lethbridge, a little cloudy overnight, down to -7, sunny tomorrow, windy in the afternoon hours, and 9 degrees for a daytime high. There's your 5-day forecast. As you can see, temperature's not doing too bad, but there's the days as we get into Monday and Tuesday that colder air mass is going to sink into southern Alberta. We lose the protection of the area of high pressure, but we still manage to see some sunshine. Sunday's the day when it looks like we'll have some flurries attached to that sun and cloud mix, and Tuesday we could see some of that activity as well. So kind of up and down roller coaster ride, typical February weather. Dory story, there's a fight happening this weekend. There's an important event coming up on Saturday, and local wrestler Ed Gatsky, a.k.a. the Gothic Knight, is more than ready for it.
It's called a Knight's Reward, and the CNWA Commission got a hold of me and afforded me the opportunity for a national title shot.
He will be competing against Bobby Sharp for his first title shot in 14 years.
I've got a winning streak on the go. I think 63 matches undefeated, and I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to be it's kind of giving me a little shot of adrenaline to go after this national championship belt.
Watching Stampede Wrestling as a young boy is what drew his interest to the sport.
I just watched those guys and Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior, and I never ever really aspired because I was a hockey player, bodybuilder. At the time that when Brett came to the town to promote his Hitman Hockey Club, I was approached about just offering some security services to help oversee him that evening. And the rest is history, Dor.
And speaking of history, John Coble has seen his share thanks to 15 years with Stampede Wrestling, where egos ruled the day.
Everybody figured that they were supposed to be in the main event, and if they weren't in the main event, they just went through the motions. Whereas here, we have guys that want to work and improve and go further in the business. And there is a lot of area you can go into in this business.
So check it out. Family friendly, and funds will support the Heart and Stroke Foundation.
Having you there to make sure that he stays out of my face, talking about Bulldog McBain, who's a big pain.
I got something for Bulldog.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to keep him on a short leash because he's always meddling in my affairs. Yeah. I'm sick of it.
Oh my, get ready to rumble, as they say.
Dory's Story, sponsored by Langenberg Optical, voted best of the best for 2012.
If you are having trouble sleeping at night, you're not alone. A recent study suggests 30% of people in North America are sleep deprived by at least 1 hour a day. Dr. Charles Samuels spoke today at the Lethbridge Lodge. He says when you add in things like television and cell phones, those sleep numbers will only get worse, and far worse for those with sleep disorders. Samuels calls rest and sleep the pillars of health.
I think it's important because the prevalence of problems like obesity and then the health consequences of obesity are growing. And we can help to modify weight control through things like recovery and sleep.
Sleep deprivation can also greatly affect a person's physical and mental health. Southern Alberta was showing its love for the Chinook Regional Hospital Foundation today. There's about an hour left now in the 4th annual Care from the Heart Radiothon as they try to raise money for hospital projects. Daryl Rommel reports.
94.1 CJOC mornings with Timo and Jess.
For just one day, competitors turned teammates. 6 local radio stations with a single cause, raising money for the Chinook Regional Hospital Foundation.
We need this, and it's very important for this to be a part of the community, and it just blows me away how all of Southern Alberta bands together on this one day every year.
Over the past 4 years since the fundraiser traded in their telethon for a radioathon, listeners have donated over $600,000, money used to furnish or supply various areas of the hospital like the Jack 80 Cancer Center. This year's money will be used to help furnish the new $14 million expansion to the building.
The funds that we raise will be used to fund enhancements to the new hospital redevelopment project. So if you've been to the hospital lately, you've seen all the construction that's going on. Once that building is complete, the foundation will make sure it's equipped with everything it needs to be as comfortable as possible for patients.
Radio hosts say they're proud to put their brand behind a good cause.
And I think the thing that I like about it most is it helps people right here in the community. You know, all of the money stays right here in Southern Alberta. And, you know, as people in the media who use the hospital sometimes, that's really important to us.
And they're having fun being out of the office.
Jess is single this Valentine's Day, and she's been heavily scoping out all the doctors walking around. But gentlemen, fear for your life today.
Last year, the Care from the Heart Radioathon raised over $212,000 for the Chinook Regional Health Foundation. They're hoping to equal that total this year. Radio stations will be on scene until 6 o'clock tonight, and you can donate online. Daryl Rummel, CTV News, Lethbridge.
And donations are being accepted, Heath, at the foundation office, in the hospital, or online at crhfoundation.ca.